Now today we're meeting up with Barry.
Hello.
How you doing, you alright?
Barry's got the top down.
Go on Barry, go for it. Ooh. I think it's about time we have a closer look at Barry's little MG Midget. Let's go for a cruise, yeah?
You're driving.
I'm up for that. Let's get straight into it, Barry. Tell us about the fire.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to this video. I'm Marcus Hayes, this is my beautiful girlfriend Kat, and today, once again, you join us from Enniskillen in Northern Ireland, and this is now day 5 of our trip. Now today we're meeting up with Barry, who I think has brought out his MG Midget, so we're going to get a good look around that. And he was saying the other day that I might be able to go for a quick ride in it, which I'm really looking forward to. I've never been in an MG Midget before. So we're going to be making our way to another place and meeting up with him and his missus. Before we get into all that, I want to send a huge thanks out to everyone who grabbed one of the charity stickers that I recently released. I phoned up the lady Myrtle, who deals with the Parkinson's Support for Manor charity, and we've wired her the money, and yeah, basically we was able to raise £413 for the Parkinson's Support for Manor charity, and yeah, really happy to be able to chuck a bit of cash in the bucket for that charity. So yeah, massive thanks to everyone who did grab a charity sticker. How you doing, you alright? So this is Florence Court.
Barry's got the top down.
Let's hit the road. Never any doubt. Go on Barry, go for it. Ooh. All right, so after a quick bite to eat, we've brought both of the cars to a really cool spot. There's a lake over there with some pedalos and stuff. But yeah, I think it's about time we have a closer look at Barry's little MG Midget. All right, so this is Barry's little MG Midget, and you were saying this is a 1968, right?
Yeah, 1968, yeah.
And yeah, this thing's definitely got an interesting story with regards to Barry's ownership, but we'll talk about that when we actually go out for a spin in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll just have a quick walk around it for now. It looks really cool in red, plenty of chrome all round it. As you can see, it's sitting on a set of Ross style steels, which are similar to what the 1600E Cortinas come with. And yeah, it's a drop top, and he has dropped the top. Definitely looks better with the top down. But yeah, just a really cool 60s British sports car, as you can see. Very tight cockpit, really cool gauges on the dash and stuff. I'm guessing that's an aftermarket steering wheel, is it?
No, that's a genuine MG steering wheel.
Oh really? That's what they come with? That's
Yeah.
a really cool original steering wheel. Air freshener isn't original. Really cool that you're rocking the MH gear. You did fit these harnesses, and you was telling me that this thing didn't actually come with seatbelts
No, it had
originally.
no seatbelts in it at all. So on the seats, when I got the car originally, it had two different types of seats, from a Mark 1 and a Mark 3, and they were just rubbish.
Yeah,
So these are the Mark 2, MR2, and they're plenty comfortable. It just dramatically changes the car and the comfort
Yeah.
of it. So, and this is the latest edition with a roll bar,
yeah.
just to make it stiffens the car a little bit, but
Can you feel it then? Can you feel the
you
difference?
feel a wee bit
Yeah.
difference, yeah.
Yeah.
The suspension needs an overhaul, yes.
Yeah.
It's very, I'm not going to spring it, but it's very woolly. But yeah, it adds a wee bit more safety, and then when we put the harnesses in after, it just adds
Yeah.
a wee bit more better look to it. So,
Yeah.
but she's very tidy for a year. It should have chrome strips on the side. You can see all the holes.
Yeah.
But the plan will be now this winter is to fix some of the smaller holes and fix all those holes and just
Yeah.
keep liver one nice clean look.
So you're not putting the chrome strips back on?
No,
Yeah.
leave them off because it looks far nicer with it.
Yeah. No, I think it looks a lot cleaner without them. Obviously, I'm a fan of removing similar trims from Mark II Escorts.
Leaving it quite simply with the chrome where it needs to be. It
Yeah.
doesn't need to be everywhere.
Yeah. No, I like it. But yeah, once you fill the holes properly and stuff, it's definitely going to look better without the chrome trims. Yeah, we will have a look at the heart of the beast.
Not that it's not a 2-litre Z-Tech now, but it could fit. But
And this is, correct me if I'm wrong, but a 1275 lump,
yeah,
right?
it's 1275. I could be corrected by some of your followers, but it's a B series or an A series engine.
Right. And these are...
They're twin SUs. They're
SU
SU 2 carburetors.
And engine-wise, is this how it was when you bought it, or...?
It had the standard rocker cover and stuff like that.
Right.
It looked a bit messy. It had a standard manifold as well. That's a sports manifold on it now.
Yeah.
It had a dynamo instead of an alternator.
All right.
So that was a must-have because we want to charge all these phones and stuff.
Yeah.
There's a few bits missing when I bought it.
Yeah.
It didn't have the tap on the back, and this cowling wasn't there, didn't exist.
Yeah.
But I've had to go through it. But before I got married, I had to do a head gasket on it. That was the #1 priority. I have it for my wedding day.
Yeah, because this was, of course, your wedding car.
Yeah, it sat outside the hotel. Everybody that walked into the wedding just admired it and thought it's lovely. But what they didn't understand was that this is my car. There was plenty of people surprised the next day when we hopped in it for a little drive. They were just like, "Oh, that's your car?" I said,
Oh,
"Yeah."
what, they thought you'd rented it for the
They
day?
thought we
or
rented it.
whatever?
I thought a hotel used it as a prop. But no, it's my car.
Yeah. But no, the lump looks really, really cool. Like, as you say, you put the different manifold on it. Brand new alternator. That coil looks brand new as well. And yeah, love that it's running on the SU cards. Although you said you're going to get rid of them,
Get rid of
right?
them pancake. Well, for the time being, I might just get rid of the pancake filters because a lot of the guys in the club said they're just useless. They're not letting enough air and let the engine breathe. So
Yeah.
probably go with K&N or a set of trumpets.
Right.
Make it a wee bit more snorty.
Yeah. So that
It's only
alone might...
12.75, but it's
Yeah, but that alone, you've been told, might unleash
give
a
us
couple
wee-
more
wee- wee
horses.
bit more horses.
Yeah, nah, really, really cool thing. And you were saying that this thing's quite solid, apart from a couple of little bits to do in the sort of well areas
yeah,
of
the
inside
bodywork
boot.
is pretty much straight as you see it.
Yeah,
A lot of the outer panels are all good. The arches in the rear are starting, there's a wee bit crispy bits, but
yeah,
it's not very noticeable unless you're an anorak and you stick your hand up or look
Yeah.
in round. But that's
no,
the
but
winter.
the car's like, what, over
It's
50 years old? So
54 years old.
yeah, so it is really clean for the
So
age.
in the winter time, I want to keep this as a rolling driving project. I can get in now, it's tax and MOT exempt, get in and drive it and take it anywhere. There's various different classic runs. There's a classic show next weekend. I hope to get it maybe. The panels that can be all bought with Moss Europe. So I'll just spray the spats that go in the rear quarters and do
Yeah.
them one at a time.
Yeah.
And just use the same body man, and it means I'm not having a fully stripped car sitting in the garage.
Yeah, that's it. Once you take them apart, that's it, and it's like...
Not like the rest of the ones in the garage. They will be put together at some point.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that's cool that you can get all the panels, like much like the Escorts. Like you can still get all the
you can
panels.
buy every panel in that car.
Oh,
every
wicked.
panel. You can buy a whole new shell.
This don't need a new shell at all.
No.
It seems very, very clean, very straight for the age.
The grille is different to what it should be, but
Oh, really?
the grille is a lot nicer.
Yeah. What, is this
should have
like
had-
a later one or something?
Yeah, it should have had chrome strips. And
Oh,
it did
right,
have it on when I bought it, but it didn't have the chromes around.
Yeah.
So I did a swap first grill, and it just really sets the car off. And the people in the MG Owners Club, they're fantastic. It's a bit like the Fords.
Yeah.
They're eager and do anything to help you out.
Yeah.
So to see it back in the road, he's just happy enough.
So you haven't upset any anoraks by putting the wrong grill on it?
But the good thing about a Midget is a bit like an Escort. Unless it's a real true, either a racer that had been off the road, or a Mexico or an RS2000, anoraks are going to say nothing. It's your own car to do what you want with it.
No, that's it. That's the way it should be, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although they don't like the idea of me putting them headlights in.
Are you gonna?
I thought of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not? They work a lot better. The LED headlights.
These aren't that bad. I'm putting spotlights on it at some point.
All right. Cool.
Just to add a little bit more sport. I want to look like a time trial car or an early sprint car.
All right. Cool.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Which doesn't look too bad at the minute.
Nah.
I get the suspension upgraded and maybe do a bit of engine work on that.
Yeah.
But it's a nice wee cruiser at the minute.
Yeah. Yeah. Which we'll be able to see in a minute.
Yeah.
I know you said you might be losing the
Yeah, I'm going to lose
overriders.
the overriders. I'm going to take the overriders off just to see what she looks like.
Yeah, I think she'll look better.
And then polish up the
without
chrome
them.
and the bumpers.
Yeah.
A lot of people, what they do with these and just get rid of the bumpers altogether. But
All right.
I like the materialist of having the bumpers.
I can see how it would look all right without the bumpers, to be honest.
A lot of them, they take them off and then just have a sticker on a number plate and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I like the bumpers.
Yeah.
It adds a wee bit of character to the car, I think.
Yeah.
My wife loves it, so happy.
That's
She's happy.
cool, man. And obviously, with it being like your wedding car, it's already built up a bit of sentimental value. Like,
well, Laura, she's over on the phone there. Laura likes it, and that's the main thing. It's a cruiser. It's not a. It might do donuts in the stones here. But, yeah, it's a nice wee cruising along, and you're just happy out.
yeah, yeah.
It's a happy wee car in itself, and she calls it cute.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is a
Yeah.
cute car. It is a cute car.
There's cute wee vibes.
And I'll tell you what, the weather today is perfect for it as well.
Yeah. You
So,
couldn't have asked for a better day for it.
So yeah, if it's all right with you, let's go for a cruise. Yeah,
You're driving.
I'm up for that.
Go ahead.
I like it already. Yeah, it's floaty. It's floaty.
It's on jelly.
Yeah.
Needs anti-roll bar will make a big difference to it.
Oh yeah, you said it hasn't got an anti-roll bar, but it's got that you can just fit one.
Yeah.
Don't need to do any fabrication.
Bolts onto the front of the chassis and then onto the two lower
good.
arms.
That's good. So I suppose let's get straight into it, Barry. Tell us about the fire.
Yeah. So when I got the car, I was a little eager, and I got parts bit by bit. So I got one guy give me an exhaust manifold, and then another guy give me a set of SUs. So I put the manifold on without the downpipe. I put the SUs on without the air filters.
Yeah.
I didn't even have a linkage kit at this stage.
Right.
So I decided, okay, let's throw a bit of petrol into the carburetor and see with the fire. And it tore and it started to splutter and backfire. Knowing afterwards that the timing was way out.
Right.
And all of a sudden there was a turning really fast and then smoke. What had happened was it ignited too much fuel and it backfired out to the exhaust as a flame.
Yeah.
And then it set the engine bay on fire. So it scorched the passenger side wing, the little water bottle for doing the washer in the windows.
Yeah.
It's slightly scorched still. I kind of left
survived.
that in. It survived, yeah. And the bonnet was really badly scorched. But that was the bonnet being scorched was a kind of a godsend because it was full of filler, bad repairs, and when I got the other bonnet and I put it on, it was just like, yeah, that's what this car should look like.
Yeah.
I had the SU carbs rebuilt because the needles in the bottom, part of it are plastic, they had melted away.
Yeah.
Then the pipes that connect to the bowls in the carbs, they had melted away.
Right.
But There's a guy that I get my parts from, and he rebuilt the carburetors. And his one piece of advice was, next time you're going to start it, make sure it's got an exhaust and air filters on it.
Yeah.
So I did that. I'm at this point now where it's running like a clock.
Yeah. It feels great. It feels like it's running sweet. So obviously with the carburetors and the exhaust on the same side of the engine, that's why it's a bit potentially dangerous if the timing's not right and if you haven't got an exhaust manifold fitted. My
granddad's would have been a mechanic back in the day, and he told me that they were a bit temperamental.
Yeah.
So I've seen a couple of them now where they've took off the twin SUs and stuck on a single Weber.
Yeah.
So I think the Weber is the next upgrade.
Yeah.
But if I'm going for the Weber, then I'm going to get a cam put in it as well.
Yeah. And you said you're going to fit like a side draft Weber, not a twin choke.
Same as what you would have in a twin 40 setup. Only one of them.
Yeah, like a side draft one. Yeah, DCOE. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And it will sound cool then.
Yeah, it'll be a good wee bar bit of it.
Yeah.
It's a wee cruiser, and that's what it is. It's not going to be like the Fiesta when it's finished.
Yeah.
That'll be for the messing about.
Yeah.
And this for bringing me and Laura for a little Sunday drive.
Yeah, no, that's cool. So yeah, the Fiesta he just mentioned is his rear-wheel drive Zetec Mark II Fiesta, which we actually saw last year when we visited Barry at his house. Not as much has been done as you would have hoped, but to be fair, you have just got married, you have just started planning to build your own house, so, you know, it'll get done when it gets done.
That's it,
Yeah. And for now, you got this.
It's nice.
Yeah. And this engine is like basically what they have in the Minis, right?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Or at least similar. Like, it's cool, man.
Pulls on nicely, doesn't it?
Yeah. Obviously, I'm not going to rag it. It's not, like you say, it's not a race car. It's not mine, but
well, it's easy to do 60.
It's enjoyable, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are doing 60. And that's a great thing about round here. Like all the roads, you can legally do 60 mile an hour. Like.
Yeah. So it's fun going 60 mile an hour.
Yeah.
It's a Sunday driver, but I'd like a wee bit more power, not a lot.
We always want more power, Barry.
Is it different to what you thought it would be? Is it slower or faster than you thought it would be?
It's not about the speed, is it? It's
about the feel.
I knew it was going to be an experience, and it is, you know. It is a bit floaty on the suspension, like, as you said, but if it wasn't for that, I think if you sort that out next, it'll be awesome.
Yeah.
But then I'm used to cars that are sort of uncomfortable and stiff and, you know what I mean?
But like just not wobbly.
If you went too stiff, it would probably ruin it, wouldn't it? Like,
yeah. I'm hoping that I can replace the rear shocks and front shocks.
Yeah.
Just leave it stock. I love it. It's really
cool.
cruiser.
It is really cool. So, and you swapped this for the Quantum that we saw last year and the Rotten Donut Fiesta.
Yeah. I think I got the better deal.
Yeah.
So I don't mind throwing a few pounds at this.
Yeah.
I know your wife doesn't mind me throwing a few pounds.
That's a bonus, isn't it? Your wife's on board, like, you know.
Because it'll never lose its value.
Yeah.
It'll only increase it.
Yeah.
But I've no intentions of selling it. It's cool.
It is cool. It is cool.
I've got a hard top coming for it as well.
Yeah. And you said you got a brand new soft top for it as well.
Yeah. It's a lot like an Escort. You can buy all the bits. Some of the bits are more expensive than others.
Yeah.
You can't budget for it.
Yeah.
But you always get in, turn the key, and it goes.
That's it.
And you can almost do 70 on a really flat road.
Nah, it's really cool, Barry, man. If I had any hair, it'd be blowing in the wind.
Oh, a bit like mine. You know the way you have names for your cars?
Yeah.
And this might upset a few anracks, but this is Mini.
Mini. Even though it's not a Mini.
Even though it's not a Mini.
Mini the Midget.
Mini the Midget.
It's got a ring to it, man. Yeah. Awesome, man. Thanks for letting me have a spin.
You're very welcome, sir. It's my pleasure.
First going convertible. Not my first going MG. My mum used to have a ZR, but that's a very different MG.
Yeah.
And I didn't break it.
No. It scared me a little bit, but
Oh yeah, that was loads of fun. Definitely a different experience to the cars that I'm used to driving. A really, really cool little thing. All right, guys. Thanks for an awesome afternoon.
You're very welcome.
Really cool checking out the Florence Court and grabbing some food. And obviously, really cool to experience this thing.
Yeah, you're more than welcome.
But yeah, the day has literally flown by. It's 8:20 already. So we're going to get out your way.
No problem.
But I'll chat you online.
Yeah.
And keep cracking on with that rear-wheel drive Fiesta.
You're right. If she lets me.
At the car wash. Whoa. All right, so I made it back to Porrig's place, and it's finally time to get all this Fermanagh mountain dust off of Esther. Porrig's got a really decent jet wash that he's very kindly going to let me use. As you can see, his beast is still wearing its Fermanagh mountain dust, but doesn't a rally car look better like this? Yeah, this thing saw plenty of action right at the front of the queue on the summit run the other day. Alright, well, she's definitely looking a million times better. I haven't fussed too much because she's going to get filthy on the way back to England tomorrow. Really stubborn tyre debris on this lower rear quarter, but the really dusty rear end is now clean. And yeah, I was able to get the tyre off this side. But yeah, that'll do. All right, well, after chilling at Porrig and Maria's for a while, we've now made it back to our hotel, and it's the end of another day here in Northern Ireland. I want to send a massive thanks out to Porrig and Maria for their hospitality, as always, and for letting me use the jet wash. Also, massive thanks and a shout out to Barry and Laura for an awesome afternoon. And yeah, it was awesome to get out and about for a drive in Barry's little MG Midget. Now, tomorrow is our last day here in Northern Ireland, but we are going to be going to check out the Giant's Causeway, which is kind of up towards where we've got to get our boat from tomorrow. So yeah, we need to do a lot of packing this evening so that we don't have to do that in the morning. But yeah, that brings me to the end of another video. If you did think it was any good, please do give it a thumbs up and a share. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Click subscribe if you're new. Feel free to check out my website for merch and parts. Follow me on Facebook, TikTok and Instagram. Massive thanks to my patrons for your ongoing support. I will of course leave all the links to everything in the description as usual, along with my email address for anyone who wants to contact me. But other than that, until next time, from me and my beautiful girlfriend Kat, thanks for watching.